Well, it's been a few days and I'm starting to feel a bit better, but I'm still going to be on the safe side and take a few more days before everything gets back to normal. But I've got some shopping and I know how you love a shopping haul.
After 25 years living in London, I've returned to my birthplace amongst the mountains of the South Wales valleys. Join me as I journey my new life with plans of growing my own food and ultimately creating my own homestead. Videos are posted every week, so if you like this one, give the video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button.
Are you starting to feel a bit Christmassy? I know I am. Now, I've done 2 orders this week. I've gone back to Waitrose, but I've also got some things turning up tomorrow. In fact, I'm rather impressed with myself. Tomorrow, Christmas arrives. Gifts, things for the cats, things for the new little kitten whenever she arrives, and things for me. Everything is due to turn up on Friday. I've been putting things into my basket and I've been trying to put the Amazon date to say Friday. So I thought that's quite a good way to do it. So I might, if I'm not in a desperate hurry for anything, I might do that going forward. But the first order has turned up this morning from good old Waitrose. So I thought I would show you. Now, I'll put the prices on screen rather than trying to find them on the piece of paper. Now I have a plan to do something, and typical of everything that I've bought, the main ingredient they didn't have. So I'm going to have to go down the shop at some point. So I've bought some sourdough bread. I find with sourdough, I don't eat as much. So I eat a little, but I eat it often. Whereas with normal bread, I can go through half a loaf just for a tin of soup. Kombucha, haven't had that for a while. In fact, when I looked at my phone when I was ordering this stuff, I haven't ordered from Waitrose since August, and I thought, oh, that's interesting. I haven't been well for the last month or two. If you go back and look at the videos, who knows? Maybe getting some good food inside me will help. Now, we've got, I'm just checking the best before, the 28th. I'm thinking, when I buy my salad stuff, I don't know if this will make it last longer, but I'm thinking about getting one of these plastic or a glass container. And when I get all my salad stuff, spend about 20 minutes making up a salad for the week. Will a salad last for a week? But I could cut it all together, chop it up, pop it into a container, and then when I open the fridge door, it's there. I don't have to faff around getting it all out again. So that's a way that I'm thinking about doing to go forward. Now, because I've been ill for the last few weeks, well, for the last week, I haven't eaten a lot of food. So unfortunately, a lot of my salad stuff has gone off. So they need to go in the compost bin. So, start off lettuce. I do like a little gem lettuce. Now this cucumber I bought last week, that's still got a bit of firmness to it, so that is fine. Peppers. I do love a pepper. I'm going to grow them again next year. I haven't grown them for quite a few years, but when I grow them, I tend to eat them straight off the vine. Blueberries. Now, my raspberries were the one things that didn't turn up. So we'll pop them in there just for the time being. Now, a lot of this is for this plan that I've got. So see if you can try and work out what I'm going to be cooking. So we've got some A lot of this is Dutchy organic. I thought, when you've been ill for a week and you haven't really eaten, I've just picked at things that I've got here. I thought, let's start back with some really good food. So Dutchy organic English salted butter. Dutchy organic natural Greek style yogurt. That's for my oats in the morning. Mushrooms. You can't have a breakfast without a mushroom. It's unheard of. Let me take that out. I've got a whole dish for a tiny bit of leek, so I'll pop that there. In fact, I'll eat that today. Wild rocket salad and spinach. See, I'm a bit out of practice on getting everything into the fridge. Onions, you can't beat an onion, and I prefer a red onion, it has been said. Now, this pre-diabetes thing, I'm starting to learn what you can and can't have. And I was told to avoid things that come out of the ground, like your carrots and your parsnips. But I'm starting to learn that parsnips are fine. And I think it's all about not having too much of it. So I've put beetroots. I do love a beetroot, but I tend to eat these as sweets. I just pop them straight in the mouth. And beetroots, I do find I've got a bit more pep after I've had a beetroot. Right, I didn't need to buy this then. An organic cucumber. So what can I do with 2 cucumbers? Chop them up? Or is it better to leave them like that? That's the thing with being ill. I find it's very easy to stop thinking. Almond, unsweetened almond milk, which apparently you're not allowed to call it milk now. But that is for my oats in the morning. How do you like your oats in the morning? I like mine with almond milk. Lemons. Any clues yet? Cooking apples in the silky knicker bags. Very nice and big they are. Now, in a year or two's time, when my apple tree is producing, I'll have my own. But can you guess what it is yet? Right, where can I put them? Put them up there for now. Silky knickers. Now this isn't for my recipe. Some things for the cats. They absolutely adore these. And these stick things they like to chew on as well. So I'll put them just behind you. They'll be out as soon as they can hear that. 4 tins of tuna chunks in spring water. And when I saw these, when they turned up this morning, I thought, is it me, or have these tins shrunk? They just seem to be a bit smaller. Oh, it says new can, but the same amount of fish. Well, we'll see about that when we open it up. Anyway, pop them in there. Do you have particular spots in your cupboards where your tuna has to be there and your sauces have to be on the other side? Right. Can you guess what it is? Cane icing sugar. Right, where can that go? Because I've never had this before. So we need a new location. Baking powder. Okay. Looks like there's a cooking section starting up there. Also, Billington's dark brown sugar. I'm sure a few of you have guessed. because you will when you see these ones now. Golden castor sugar. That's a lot of sugar for somebody who's pre-diabetic. But it's only once a year. And in fact, when I make the thing, I'm only going to keep 1 or 2 for myself and give the rest away. But I have found out, I was watching, and I'll put a link to this in the description below. Ruth Mott from the Victorian Kitchen Garden. She had a little known TV show called Ruth Mott's Country Christmas. And in there, she makes what I make, and she says, before you cook them, you can freeze them. So freeze them raw, you can pull them out then, put them on a tray, pop them in the oven. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, everybody's happy 20 minutes later, they're munching on a raisins, currants, and cut mixed peel. Can you guess? Oh, and plain white flour and Brillo pads. They may not be for the meal. It is mince pies. I am planning on making mince pies. But unfortunately, with the recipe that I'm going to follow... Oh, it's getting a bit full. What's the one thing they didn't have that I need? Shredded vegetable suet. They didn't have any. So I'm going to have to go down to the village shop and see if they've got some. And I'm convinced I've seen it on the shelf. And also a big bit of mint sauce. Now, things like this. I buy the Waitrose Essential because if you buy the Dutchy version, it is a few pound more and there is no difference. Right, how much is this? £1.30 for that. So that's £1.30. And all it is mint, vinegar, maybe a bit of sugar. So I can't see how you can make this a premium product. Because mint is mint is mint. I've got some out there, but it's not big enough yet to take a harvest from. And the other thing I've got, it was one of your suggestions. Brillo pads. I thought these had gone out with the ark. But they said, have one of these and the cooker top will be shining within minutes. So I will give that a go as well. So that is the first order. And all that came to £64 17p with the delivery as well. The delivery was free because it was over £40. But the 3 things I didn't have was the suet, the ground nutmeg. No, I don't think I've got any. Have I though? No, I've got ground pepper and onions. Okay, so I need to get ground nutmeg. And the other thing was frozen raspberries, which I do like. Now there's another order coming tomorrow, which is from the Newt in Somerset. Because last Christmas I had... Oh, the camera went a bit strange though. I'll be back in a moment. Right, not sure what happened then, but the screen went a bit funny. Last Christmas Day dinner, I bought everything from a place called the Newt in Somerset. And the turkey, you've never tasted a turkey until you've tasted this one. It was absolutely beautiful. It was all the buzzwords. Free range, grass fed. It had a sunbed in the afternoon. It had afternoon tea. It had music in the evenings. And it tasted absolutely wonderful. So I'm not having... I can't remember now because I've put 2 orders in. I put one order for Christmas, for the Christmas Day food. And I've put another order in, which is coming tomorrow, which is just a chicken breast and corn fed as well. That was on the list. It's a chicken breast with stuffing, and I've ordered a box of veg as well. I thought, let's just see what it's like until I can get my own veg coming in from the homestead, which I haven't been down for about a week, but I've been checking on the security camera, and we haven't had the weather. The weather's been awful. Last night, I actually thought we might have had a bit of snow, but nothing happened. Right, so that is order number 1. The next order is coming tomorrow, so I will catch up with you then. Also, if this illness goes all together, I will be picking up the kitten next week. But it's one day at a time at the moment, so I'm going to have a cup of tea now and have a bit of a rest. That's the most I've done all week. So I'll catch up with you next time. So from me until then, bye for now, and thank you very much for all the get well messages.